Today we are going to discuss about hypersensitivity. Before going to hypersensitivity, what is immunity? Immunity is the capacity to fight against any foreign body invasion into our body. That is called as immunity. Here, what happens in hypersensitivity? It is inappropriate reaction of immune system. Inexaggerated action of immune system leads to this hypersensitivity. This is this leads to hypersensitivity. Hypersensitivity is nothing but it is the inappropriate immune response that may develop in the humoral or cell-mediated responses. Was first termed as anaphylaxis, it can be systemic, which often leads to shock and can be fatal or localized, which is various atopic reactions. What are the types of hypersensitivity reactions? Hypersensitivity reactions are of four types: type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. Moreover, overall, in all hypersensitivity reactions, type 1 hypersensitivity reactions are mediated by immunoglobulin E. This and type 2 will be antibody mediated, type 3 will be antigen antibody immune complex mediated, type 4 will be that is nothing but delayed type of hypersensitivity. Here you can see in this allergen enters into our body that will binds to specific allergen site of the immunoglobulin E that may leads to degranulation. It will bound to the that immunoglobulin will be bound to mast cells and basophils will release vasoactive mediators. Then this will include systemic anaphylaxis and localized anaphylaxis such as hay fever, asthma, food allergies and eczema. In type 2 hypersensitivity is mediated by immunoglobulin G. Here, antibody and antigen complex will be formed. Here we can see antibody directed against cell surface, antigens mediate cell destruction via complement activation of ADCC. Typical manifestations include blood transfusion reactions, erythroblastosis fetalis, and autoimmune hemolytic anemia. In coming to the third one, here third type hypersensitivity will be immune complexes. Here you can see these Y-shaped structures are immunoglobulins. Here you can observe immunoglobulin surfaces, antigen and antibody immune complexes. This will complement activation of neutrophils. It will form these immune complexes will deposit in various tissues, include complement activation and ensuring inflammatory response mediated by massive infiltration of neutrophils. This includes localized arthritis reactions, that is serum sickness, next glomerulonephritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and systemic lupus erythematosus. Coming to the fourth one, here antigen, this particular diagram you can observe, antigen sensitized the TDH, delayed type of hypersensitivity, cytokines, and it will activate the macrophages. Cell mediated hypersensitivity. Sensitized DTH cells release cytokines that activate macrophages and TC cells which mediate direct cellular damage. Example for these typical manifestations include contact dermatitis and tuberculosis test and graft rejection. In graft rejection, kidney, liver, any kind of organ or skin grafting, when these are formed, immediately that graft is rejected. First, we will take in detail about type 1, that is IgE mediated hypersensitivity. What are type 1 hypersensitivity? Type 1 hypersensitivity is IgE is supposed to be one of the 5 isotopes of good guys. Of course, the allergen is the bad guy. A non-parasitic antigen capable of stimulating type 1 hypersensitive response. It's the secretion and cross-linking of IgE that causes the problem. Let us locate here in this diagram. You can look at allergen, B cells, CD4 cells, TH cells. While entering into entrance of the allergen, immediately B cells will be activated, and here memory cells are formed. Plasma, one side memory cells is formed and the other side plasma cell take that, and the here receptor for immunoglobulin E that will lead to next a degranulation. When this allergen binds with mast cells, that leads to degranulation. In it will be releasing vasoactive amines, resulting into various reactions. That will be smooth muscle cell, next small blood vessels, mucus glands, blood platelets, sensory nerve endings, and eosinophils. When anybody inhale pollen grains which are not allergic to them, then immediately that will be raise the eosinophil number. That leads to eosinophilia in some of the people. And if at all Parthenium, we can observe Parthenium grass everywhere. These Parthenium grass pollens are inhaled immediately. That also aggravates the problem of asthma patients because of type 1 hypersensitivity only. Okay. What is the difference between normal immune response and hypersensitive response? Here, the plasma cell lineage of B cell that exogenously process the allergen secretes IgE, not any of the other isotopes. Here you can see same diagram I am again showing. Allergen, B cell, plasma cells, that is lineage, and it will be giving plasma cell, allergen specific, and immunoglobulin E, sensitizing of mast cells and binding to allergens, which will be for degranulation. It will be releasing vasoactive amines. That vasoactive amines will be acting on smooth muscle cell, small blood vessel, mucus gland, blood platelets, sensory nerve endings, and eosinophil. What is the sequence of events in an IgE-mediated hypersensitivity? The plasma cells secrete IgE First step, the immunoglobulin E bind to Fc receptors on sensitized mast cells and blood basophils. When the allergen appears again, usually few weeks after the first exposure, it cross-links the MLGEs, it cross-links the IgEs and causes degranulation, releasing granules. Mediators within these granules act as surrounding tissues such as a smooth muscle, small blood vessel, mucous glands, etc. Same diagram again, repetition. Allergen first time enters, immediately plasma cells will be derived from B cells lineage that will be giving rise to plasma cells. Here in that plasma cells, first time exposure, it will be gives rise to mast cells. These mast cells will be helping to help degranulate the allergen, and to degranulate it will secrete vasoactive amines. In order to, after first exposure, after a few weeks again second exposure comes, already memory cells also form here. This will be this as what, because of the result second time exposure immediately, that may result into allergic reactions in smooth muscles, small blood vessel, mucous glands, red platelets, sensory nerve endings, and eosinophils. What is the background of mast cells? Mast cells located in nearly all vascularized peripheral tissues contain many packets of membrane-bound granule ammunition ready for release upon activation by an allergen. Can also release cytokines, thus they wear multiple immunological hats. First, it is present in all vascularized peripheral tissues. Contains many packets of membrane-bound granules that are for ammunition, ready to release upon activation of the allergen. Can also release the cytokines, thus they wear multiple immunological hats. And then Fc receptors. Fc receptors are high affinity receptors, binds to immunoglobulin E at extremely low serum concentration, that is 1 into 10 to the power of -7. This receptor has its cytosolic domain, thus it can initiate the process of degranulation via tyrosine phosphorylation. Low affinity receptors, Fcs, that is R2, regulates the intensity of immunoglobulin E response via activating B cells when cross-linked by allergen. The chemically active effectors within the granules released via degranulation are called mediators. Here, what are the mediators? It clearly shows in this screen. The chemically active effectors within the granules released via degranulation are called mediators. This group includes histamines, leukotrienes, prostaglandins, cytokines. Okay? This includes histamines, leukotrienes, prostaglandins, cytokines. 4. What are the 4? Histamines, leukotrienes, and prostaglandins and cytokines. What are all the actions of these? We will see now. Mediator, histamine. It will increase the vascular permeability, smooth muscle contraction. Next, serotonin. Serotonin primarily increases the vascular permeability, smooth muscle contraction. Both histamine and serotonin, both primary functions, primary effects are same. They will increase the vascular permeability, smooth muscle contraction. Okay, eosinophil chemotactic factor, that is ECFA, eosinophil chemotoxis, neutrophil chemotactic factor, that is NCFA, neutrophil chemotaxis, proteases, bronchial mucus secretion, degradation of blood vessels, basement membrane, generation of complement split products. Proteases, proteases will primarily affect on bronchial mucus secretion, degradation of blood vessel basement membrane, generation of complement split products. What are the secondary effects? Platelet activating factor. Platelet aggregation and degranulation contraction of pulmonary smooth muscles. Leukotrienes. Leukotrienes increase the vascular permeability, contraction of pulmonary smooth muscles. Prostaglandins. Prostaglandins will play, it will affect on vasodilation, contraction of pulmonary smooth muscles, platelet aggregation. Bradykinin, increased vascular permeability, smooth muscle contraction. Cytokines, interleukin 1 and tumor necrosis factor alpha, these will help in systemic anaphylaxis, increased expression of CAMs on venular endothelial cells. Interleukin 2, interleukin 3, interleukin 4, interleukin 5, 6, and GM-CSF, it shows various effects. Of course, these effects can be good. Vasodilation and increased vascular permeability occur in plasma and inflammatory cells such as eosinophils, neutrophils to attack the pathogen. However, when these effects go overboard, the result is problematic. What it is? Starting only, exaggeration of immune response. If it is in minimum, it will be good. But when it is go overboard, the result is problematic. Anaphylactic shock, extreme smooth muscle contraction compromise control of bladder, GI tract and causes bronchial constriction. This is the first one. And the second way is allergic rhinitis. Excess mucus is released, more commonly known as hay fever. This element affects 10% of the US population. Food allergies, a variety of symptoms. For example, some people are allergic to fishes, crabs, prawns. Some people will be allergic to pollen grains. And likewise, any kind of food allergies, eggs, etc. Asthma. Asthma is bronchoconstriction and excess mucus. Even worse for asthmatics. They can suffer from a late phase reaction that develops 4 to 6 hours after the initial reaction and persists for 1 to 2 days. The late phase reaction is caused by the heavy infiltration of inflammatory cells when they're exposed to any kind of Congress grass is Parthenium hysterophorus. It will play havoc in asthma patients. If they are birds, what is the role of immunoglobulin E in asthma patients? They can suffer from late phase reaction that develops 4 to 6 hours after the initial reaction and persists 1 to 2 days. The late phase reaction is caused by the heavy infiltration of inflammatory cells and the release of cytokines from mast cells, which increases the adhesion of these inflammatory cells to epithelial linings of smooth muscles. Epithelial damage, bronchoconstriction, and inflamed bronchial tube results. What happens in asthma patients? Because of first after entering into body 4 to 6 hours of time, initial reaction, it persists 1 to 2 days. Late phase reaction caused heavy infiltration of inflammatory cells, release of cytokines from mast cells, which increases the adhesion of the inflammatory cells to epithelial linings of smooth muscles. Epithelial damage, bronchoconstriction, and inflamed bronchial tube results. And just look at the popular allergens. What are the popular allergens in this? You can see one foreign serum, proteins, coming to proteins, foreign serum, vaccines, plant pollens, ryegrass, ragweed, timothy grass, with trees, etc. Coming to foods, nuts, seafood, eggs, peas, beans, milk. Coming to the drugs, what are the common allergens we are seeing in proteins, foreign serum, and vaccines? Coming to foods, nuts, seafood, eggs, peas, beans, milk, plant pollens, ryegrass, ragweed, timothy grass, victories. Coming to the drugs, penicillin, sulfonamides, local anesthetics, salicylates, and insect products, bee venom, wasp venom, ant venom, cockroach calyx, and dust mites. These are the common and popular allergens, proteins, food, drugs, and dust mites, insects, etc. What is the available in Western medicine? For this, what are the medicines available? Antihistamines block the binding of histamine on target cells, immunotherapy, hyposensitization to reduce the severity of response, or practice better dust control, find another home, and don't eat those strawberries that does not suit to our body. That means this is all about type 1 hypersensitivity, that is mediated by immunoglobulin E. Coming to the type 2